Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're tearing down the literal and figurative building blocks behind some of the most watched children's entertainment on the planet. I mean, billions of views, guys. Billions. To anyone just walking past a playroom, it looks like pure chaos, right? Just random noise. But there is a deeply fascinating architecture at work here. We're going to deconstruct our source material today to see exactly how play is built, layer by layer, and how it actually mirrors the way all of us learn to process the world.
Listen to this quote from our first source. Remember, kids, teamwork could always win. Together, we can make everything. This right here, this is the emotional core of our whole analysis. It shows us that beneath all that high energy, screaming at the top of your lungs fun, there's a massive lesson happening. It's about how combining simple things, like a pile of plastic bricks, or just individual kids working together, builds something genuinely incredible. It's a perfect example of how teamwork turns simple building blocks into massive, imaginative adventures.
So here is our quick roadmap for the day. We'll start with building imaginative worlds, then move into how teamwork wins the day, followed by the rhythm of routine, and finally, putting the blocks together. Let's get right into it.
Number 1, building imaginative worlds. We are kicking things off with the breathless, absolutely chaotic speed of unstructured play, straight from our first source.
The escalation here is just staggering. Step 1, the kids demand 1,000 Legos. And if you've ever dumped out a massive bin of those bricks onto your living room floor, you know that is a ridiculous amount of raw, chaotic potential. By step 2, they aren't just stacking blocks, they're building entire ecosystems, a treehouse with wheels. And then boom, they pivot straight to a farm. By step 3, the physical blocks literally turn into physical challenges with buckets of candy and giant balloons. It's a masterclass in how a kid's imagination just refuses to stay in one lane.
Let's zoom in on that farm for a second. As they're snapping these pieces together, this awesome micro-narrative starts to form. They're carving out highly specific neighborhoods in this chaotic little universe. They enthusiastically declare that the chickens go here, the bunnies live over there, and the pigs get their own special pen. They're using physical blocks to draw the literal boundaries of their imagination, organizing total chaos into something that makes perfect sense to them.
But it's unstructured play, so nothing stays put for very long. The chaos hits this hilarious peak when they suddenly pivot to a candy challenge. And get this, the candy is dispensing straight out of a shower head. You've got one kid just yelling, "I missed it, num 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 num," while scrambling for sweets. That right there is the pure essence of open-ended play. It jumps wildly and unpredictably between ideas, fueled completely by whatever feels fun in the moment.
Which brings us to part 2. Teamwork wins the day. Because with all that absolute chaos, you might be wondering, how does anything actually get done? Well, it happens when a real obstacle shows up.
Suddenly, this open-ended playtime shifts into a super high-stakes scenario. The kids face off against the boss of balloons, and they're thrown onto a frantic timeline. The puzzle kicks off with 50 seconds on the clock. At 30 seconds, panic sets in. Time is running out. They're sprinting around trying to pop the right colored balloons, like blue and orange, before it hits 0. If you remember being a kid and pretending the floor was lava, you know that visceral stress of a ticking imaginary clock. It injects this necessary structural challenge right into their wild world.
And here's the turning point. They quickly realize that trying to be a solo hero just isn't going to cut it against the balloon boss. Going it alone completely fails. So they need a brand new strategy. They figure out they need special balloons and, most importantly, collaborative problem solving. They absolutely have to tackle a challenge together by combining their individual strengths.
And this is exactly how teamwork transforms scattered pieces into a unified adventure. After they crush the challenge, they explicitly drop the moral of the story. Remember, kids, teamwork could always win. Together we can make everything. This is our ultimate takeaway today. Teamwork isn't just some handy trick. It's the structural foundation that keeps their unstructured play from totally falling apart. Sharing the effort is the literal glue holding their wild ideas together, turning a messy pile of inspiration into a shared triumph.
Okay, moving to section 3, the rhythm of routine. Let's completely shift gears, take a breath, and look at a totally different type of building block from our second source.
We're talking about the classic wheels on the bus. Here, those wild, unpredictable jumps of imagination are totally gone, replaced by this soothing, rhythmic repetition. I like to call these musical building blocks, because instead of snapping plastic pieces together to build a tower, the listener is snapping predictable verses together to build a comforting, safe world. It is the exact opposite of breathless chaos.
Just listen to how the song sequentially layers these elements. It's incredibly organized. Step 1, the wipers go swish. Step 2, the signals go blink. Step 3, the horn goes beep. And Step 4, the motor goes vroom. They are constructing the environment piece by predictable piece. There are absolutely no sudden candy showers here, no ticking clocks, just the reliable, steady addition of expected parts.
Think about it this way. Every single mechanical part of the bus maps perfectly to a stable, rhythmic action. Doors open and shut, wipers swish, horns beep, motors vroom. For a developing mind, this creates a massive auditory anchor. It isn't just a catchy melody, it's pure, comforting predictability. It gives them a reliable framework where they know exactly what's coming next.
And once that mechanical world is firmly established, the song introduces the community. The people go up and down. The babies cry, wah, wah, wah. The mommies soothe with a shh. And the daddies say, I love you. These aren't just filler noises. They are vital social building blocks. They offer deep emotional comfort and establish a real sense of belonging and safety inside that predictable structure.
Finally, Section 4, putting the blocks together. We've just explored two drastically different worlds, right? One fueled by wild, team-driven imagination, and one grounded in soothing routine. So why do both of these completely command a child's attention?
When you place them side by side, you see this brilliant duality in how we learn to process the world. Unstructured play uses physical blocks to push collaborative problem-solving through total chaos. It teaches us to team up and conquer the unknown. On the flip side, structured play uses musical blocks to build predictable rhythm and find comfort in community roles. It teaches us how to find order and connection. Both frameworks are absolutely crucial, perfectly balancing the thrill of the unknown with the comfort of the familiar.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on. How do these basic childhood building blocks ultimately shape the way our adult minds solve problems today? Next time you're facing a massive roadblock at work or in life, ask yourself, do you need the wild, collaborative teamwork of a Lego builder taking down a balloon boss, or do you need the structured, comforting routine of a rhythmic song to find your footing? Thanks for diving into this explainer with me today. Keep building.